Extra.
Kakebe gozanya bayo kagobako moyo kukunonya werake obudde buzire twakitoko wakuzanya.
My name is Kenneth Mugabi. The Afro Soul Man. My life off stage is very boring, very boring. Like I literally be home. If I don't have anywhere to be, I be home and write songs. Lately, the way I write is I incorporate business and I have a target market. I have a target. Basically, the song I write, it has a target audience. So I be thinking and I be trying to understand the way people think, trying to understand the people's behaviors. Basically, trying to understand my audience and trying to venture in a new audience. So being up most times when I'm off stage. KIBUN'OMU album, it was talking about basically most of the songs are talking about one girl, so that I used to love. She used to be this girl that I was so very fond of. But now KIBUN'OMU, Ugandan album is about a Ugandan youth. It's supposed to be Ugandan youth, but then the youth is more. So I just scrapped up the youth and it remained Ugandan. So this album is, I pressed it into like a love. Why? Because it's easier to understand love than other things, and love interests people. Love interests us all together. So most of the times it's when I explain from song 1 to song 13 on the Ugandan album, it's more of you're looking for something, and song 13 is fight for you. Are you ready to fight for what you're looking for? Because song 1 is Oliwa. Oliwa means where are you? Song 13 is fight for you, meaning Okalabi now. Will you fight for it? So I chose WENYEWE because it is, for some reason, it's a song that I feel it can work East Africa. That East Africa needs to hear this song. And it is also that song that I wrote when I was coming from Kenya. And there are certain songs that I did in Kenya, courtesy of Roots International Rashid. Yes, I did those songs. So I wrote that song while I was coming from Kenya. And yes, I wrote the words. I had the rhythm and I had the words. But the Swahili, I was helped by a good friend of mine. She's called Wataka Eunice. She helped me write those Swahili words that I didn't know how to translate. So it brings memories from Kenya and Tanzania, basically. Proud as a peacock. You painted love with colors of a peacock. Funga macho yako, onyesha pahali tutaenda. Nishike mkono, tandaza mabawa yako. Tutapangani kuliko mwewe, wacha ndege zime jina lako. Sababu urembo wako wenyewe,
yenyewe, pendo lako lenyewe. Nataka uwe wangu peke, urembo wako wenyewe. Furaha yako yenyewe, pendo lako lenyewe. Nataka uwe wangu peke. Baby girl, your beauty itself, your happiness itself, baby, your love itself, and I want you for myself. Baby, your beauty itself, your happiness itself, girl, your love itself, and I want you for myself. Yeah. Onde tamalala okukira konyonyi muzinge mukwano lavo wajiseka lanje nga ezanyonyi muzinge ziba amaso songa gyoyagala tunagenda nyweza omukono gwange yanjuluza ebiwawa tubuuke mu bbanga tusinge n'empungu ebinyonyi biyimbe erinnya lyo kubanga urembo wako wenyewe furaha yako yenyewe pendo lako lenyewe nataka uwe wangu peke baby girl urembo wako wenyewe furaha yako yenyewe pendo lako lenyewe nataka uwe wangu peke baby girl your beauty itself your happiness itself baby your love itself and I want you for myself baby your beauty itself your happiness itself girl your love itself and I want you for myself urembo wako wenyewe furaha yako yenyewe pendo lako lenyewe nataka Mungu wangu peke urembo wako wenyewe furaha yako yenyewe pendo lako lenyewe nataka Mungu wangu peke baby girl your beauty itself your happiness itself girl your love itself and I want you for myself your beauty itself your happiness itself girl your love itself and I want you for myself girl.
Well, the first album KIBUN'OMU, I recorded it under Kwanza Music, Kataso Joseph Kahirimbani, Joe Kahiri, and he sponsored everything, the first album, and the challenges were it was supposed to be released in 2015 around Bayimba Festival, but then it couldn't, and it was released a year later, 8th May 2016, and that was Kwela Junction, and for some reason it was the perfect time. I do not know, you know how God perfects his time. It's about timing, but that was the perfect time, and we sold out. We had like around a few copies, but all the copies were bought. Just a cutters of one song, Natch. So the album KIBUN'OMU, the name KIBUN'OMU meant KIBUN'OMU. You get, this music wasn't for everyone, but I guaranteed that everyone ajajifuna at their own pace. I'm not going to force them to listen to this music. And since 2016 and now 2019, 3 years later, you can feel that the vibrations of everything is moving slowly, gradual, and people are starting to pick onto the songs, and they're starting to enjoy the songs. Yet in 3 years ago they were like, see music one, you need the stream more, no. But now it's like, wow, what they were. I'm like really?
Lekele gozanya Vayo kagobako Moyo kukunonya Werake Obudde buzire Twakitoko wakuzanya Werake Nonyeza nembulwa Zenembulwa Werake Wanyatako wakuzanya Wemba mufumbulira Chibunomu werake Chibunomu wadawa Chibunomu werake wadawa Chibunomu werake na Chibunomu wadawa Chibunomu werake Chibunomu wadawa Wanjakiranga ekiro Ndabikiranga ekimya Nso kwalikolesebwa zewe nakulaba kuba nalowooza oli malayika mbazi munyenye mu bbanga ngasaba oyituwo kulabiko wingatte kutulubeke nga kunoonya funye tangira sinjakunoonya KIBUN'OMU album, I started writing those songs when I had just joined campus. That was 2011. And 6 years later, I picked those songs and then I made an album. Ugandan album, few of the songs, I wrote them in 2019. Some of them I wrote them 2018. And some of them I wrote them as I was writing KIBUN'OMU album, that is 2011 and 2012 and 2013 and 2014, along the way. So I just pick some of them, like for example, Oliwa. I wrote Oliwa, that song number 1 of Ugandan album, the time I wrote KIBUN'OMU. So that song is as old as KIBUN'OMU. But I recorded it in 2019. You get why? Because it made perfect sense in 2019. Then it did make sense. You get, but now it makes sense. That's why I made the album. So most of the songs I write collectively, both albums, most of them are about my life and life around me. But NAAKI, I chose NAAKI for reason is because NAAKI sold the album for some reason. It sold the album and up to date, it's still playing and people are still enjoying NAAKI. Nsaza akaviri nze n'ennyuma anze zitera kukolola ngoloddeko pakinze n'emiwola gyaffe bambyolyeko engeregeze nazinabyeko leero ebijanjalo okumanyo nabikyeko nakwesunga ttanga tukyali amapeere n'enja maama kati nze nkwetegekedde nafunye n'akagatta NAAKI
Please be my lover. Ay, ay, ay. Naji, mwana gwe. Please be my lover. Oh, ba, 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 ba. Yeah. Nasindika omubaka nakuntwalako olw'ensonyi ennyingi nakunkwanako nasumba amapeera nga nkuba mugongo mwana gwe sijja kwerabira ebya luli nakunyonyogera nonywegera ebisigadde byalimu oluyi engolo ensambakere ne maamawo nakwesunga dda nga tutali amapeera nenja maama kati nze kwetegekete nafunye n'akagatta nawe nawe please be my lover. Ay, 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 ay. Naji, mwana gwe nawe be my lover. Ngwegayiride na ay, 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 ay. Nakwesunga danga tukyali amapeera nenja maama kati nze nkwetegekete nafunye n'akagatta nachi Jimmy KATUMBA. Yeah, for some reason I like the song. That song I did it. I auditioned with it. I did it in 2013. I was in a competition called Written Next. So that was one of the songs I did well, and people loved. For some reason, people thought it was my song. I'm like, no, this is an old song. For some reason, they thought it was my song, but I'm like, it is a cover. And most of the times, they want me to play it. So, and I like it too. It has those chords. When you listen carefully, the chord progression, not the rhythm, but the chord progression is almost the same progression in Katambala, the Katambala of KIBUN'OMU album. And when you listen carefully, it's almost the same progression with the song Kudizechi of KIBUN'OMU album, so you can relate. Buli kiseera nze ndowooza mazima labwe neesiriza. Buli kiseera nze nentwala olwoyo omuwala eyanzita okuzaama. Kati emyezi nze mbalena kasokedde omwana oyambulako nno. Kati nze ndi wano n'omwanyo olwoyo omuwala eyanzita okuzaama. Eyo emmereka n'ekyayina yakayirira olwakuba omwana ali wala nnyo emusozi munyambe ntuukeyo. Laba kati njizeyo mwenge netaba naye fuwako olwakuba omwana ali wala nnyo emusozi munyambe ntuukeyo. Buli kiseera nze ndowooza mazima lave neesirizana.
buli kiseera nze nendwala olwoyo omuwala eyanzita okuzama kati emyezi nze mbalena njoka kasokedde omwana oyambulako kati nze ndi wano n'omwanya oyo omuwala eyanzita okuzama eyo wemmere kawa nekyayina yakayirira
Janzi Extra.